yeah. Hey, hello, beautiful people, and welcome to the Jennifer Diamond channel. If you're new here, my name is Jennifer Diamond. I'm a certified plant-based nutrition coach, living a whole food, plant-based lifestyle for health and well-being. And it literally gave me my life back. Ooh, ooh. And I truly believe it can help you with yours too. So I'm so happy you're here with me today. I love sharing how I live, how I healed, and what I've been learning along the way through whole food plant-based living, through movement and mindful choices. So go ahead and say hello in the chat. I would love to hear from you. And if you're watching this as a replay, you can still comment, you can still ask questions, and I will respond as soon as I can. So I just want to say hello. Let's see who's here. I see Jill Caperton. Hello. She says, I'm here. Hello, and Jennifer and Todd, looking forward to today's subject. I am so happy that you are, and hello to you. Marilyn Dubin. Hi, Jennifer and Todd and everyone. Welcome, welcome. I also see Kenneth Dubin, P1H. Hi, Jennifer and Todd. Hi! And hi to everyone else. So I want to just say, okay, so we were in Las Vegas last week. And it was over like the end of the week and through the weekend celebrating our niece's 21st birthday. And it was really, really fun. And of course, I brought a lot of my own food, like oats to make oatmeal, fresh fruit like apples and oranges from our tree, which I have some right here. These are so good. Bananas. I had veggies like celery sticks, carrots, red bell pepper, some lettuce from our farmer's market. I brought some hummus and some potatoes, and that's just to name a few things. And while we were there, I was thinking about, you know, how protein powder is just one of those things that's easy to travel with, right? And great to add into things like oats or smoothies, plant-based yogurt if you eat that, blended soups if you have, and even like you can even probably put it in mashed bananas. Have you done that? So you can even add it in water. If you drink coffee, you could drink coffee or, you know, Dandy Blend or other coffee substitutes, plant-based milks, really anything that you have on hand. So it gives me a little energy boost while navigating my travels. And so, you know, in the past, I have used some really clean protein powders before. One called Sprout Living, I think is the name of it. I had one that was a pea protein and another one from the same company, and they made a pumpkin seed version. And I believe that we've talked about those before on another live that we did a while back. But anyways, I'm out of those, but I'm trying not to use them that much anyways. You know, but I was thinking, what about making my own? So I thought today we would make a few different varieties, and then we can use them to make, hopefully we have enough time, 2 smoothies to test them out. And of course, Todd is going to be my helper and my tester. We're going to test together, right?
Yay.
I will be asking Todd for his help whenever I need it. Or, hey, honey, if you just want to hang out on camera, you can.
I'll wait.
Okay, so here's a question. Has anyone made your own, has anyone here made your own protein powder before? And if so, how did it come out? Did you like it? I'd love to hear. And I see, oh, Apple369 is here. Hi, everyone. One of my arms is pinned underneath, oh, a cute kitty, not complaining, but explaining the typos. No worries. Oh, give that little cute kitty a little pet for me. And that's so fun. Yeah, so let me know about that in the chat. And, you know, I do also want to say that if you're eating a whole food plant-based diet and you're eating enough calories, you're probably getting all the protein that your body already needs, because your body only needs so much protein, right? But I just thought it would be important to look at options. And I'm just going to also, as a reminder, I also just see Mona's here. I'm going to say, hi, Mona Arendt. Love adding protein to my smoothie. Yeah, it's perfect. It's a perfect way to do it. And so I'm glad that you chimed in to share that. But I also wanted just to really quickly talk about, as a reminder, like according to the United States recommended daily dietary allowance, or the RDA, sorry about that, for protein, it is 0.8 grams per kilogram, which we don't really do that, or 0.36 grams per pound of body weight daily needed for adults that are 19 years and older, okay? So what does that mean, right? So a couple of examples. If you weigh 120 pounds, you need about 43 to 44 grams of protein per day. If you weigh 150 pounds, you need about 55 to 56 grams per day. That's it. That's your base, okay, according to them. And so now I also want to just put in a little thing here. If you're really active, like running around a lot, you play sports, you work out, just anything like that, then you might need a little bit more. Not a crazy amount either, just a bit more than the base. And that goes for if you're pregnant and other reasons too. And then also, as we get older, we should up our protein intake a little bit. What does that mean? Like 10%, right? Because it's not that we need more protein, but when we're older, we tend not to absorb it as well as we did when we were younger. And another thing, when we're older, we don't usually chew our food and break down the food as well. And this way, you have your basics covered. So if you don't break down the cell wall, it doesn't absorb as much when it goes in the body. So that's why you would up it, not that you need more, right? Okay, so now, sometimes we need a little more protein when traveling, for example. And so that's why I wanted to make a super easy, very clean homemade protein powder. And I'm actually going to do a few versions here to share with you. Did you want me to see something, Todd? Is Sean, what? Oh, okay. Apple 369 says, yes, you made it. I'm not surprised. You are fantastic. Okay, let me hear about it. And I like it. Oh, okay. Make it often with sprouted and dehydrated lentils and chickpeas. Ooh, I love that one. That's a really good one. Thank you so much for sharing that. And then Mona says, she's just talking about, I've been building an 8 raised garden bed, so definitely need extra protein. Just unloaded 10, what is that?
Cubic
bags?
feet.
Huh?
10 cubic feet.
Oh, cubic feet of soil
or
2
maybe
days
it's
ago.
101 cubic feet.
Yeah, and 10 of the 2 cubic. Wow! You are, go girl. Go, go, go. That's awesome. Now she's going to make me want to ask her what kind of things you're going to be planting. That is super cool. I am proud of you. And I'm glad that you, are making sure that you've got everything that you need to be able to power up and you're strong and all that stuff. So, anyways, okay. So I've got a few different versions to make here today, and I'm going to show you how to make your own protein powder using something as simple as yellow split peas. We're going to also do one with the green split peas that I've got over here. And those are separate. And then I thought it would be fun to do a totally different kind, which we're going to use pumpkin seeds, which I've got over here, chia seeds, flax, and hemp. And you don't really have to use all that. You could just use pumpkin, but we're going to talk about it when we get there, why and how that all works out. Okay, so let's start with the yellow and the green split pea version. So the first step that you need to do is take your dry split peas, and I did this part yesterday. So I just had these yellow split peas. They're organic, and also the green ones. And we took some water. And so the first step is you want to clean and soak the split peas, okay? So what I would do is I did 1 cup of the split peas and we washed them. I need a sip of water. Just, really running the water through it. Okay. And then you're going to take clean split peas and you're going to put them in a bowl or whatever with 3 cups of water. And that should make about 1.5 to 2 cups of protein powder when you're done. These are estimates, but for both the yellow and the green split peas, like I started to say, you're going to want to clean them. So fill a bowl with water, slosh the peas around, and then drain the water. And I do this repeatedly until the water runs clear. Like cleaning rice, for example. We do that, don't we, Todd?
Yes, we do.
He is the rice cleaner of the house, if we're both here usually. And it's the same thing, right? You just fill it with water, swish it, and dump it. And that's what we did. And then we added to that cleaned split peas 3 cups of water to the 1 cup. And we did them separately, yellow to green. And we let those soak for, we did it all day yesterday. I think it was between 8 to 12 hours. If you could go overnight, that would be even better. And they expand and they get a little softer. But I already did that part yesterday. And then in the evening, I drained the split peas. I rinsed them very well, drained them again. And then you just want to make sure that they're really drained. You can let them sit in the strainer for about 5 to 10 minutes to make sure that they're completely drained if you want to, which I didn't do last night, but I did make sure that they were really drained. And then the next step is dehydrating them, okay? So if you don't have a dehydrator, I used my Excalibur. And are you going to share a link in the show notes?
I will.
Okay, so if you are in the market for a dehydrator and you're curious about the one that I have here, Todd will put a link in the show notes and then you can check that out. And so anyways, this one is a 9 drawer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, although 2 drawers are missing. And so what I did was I took the tray. Here's some, well, that one's here. I'm going to show these. Took the tray and put them on the dehydrator, just like this. You want to spread out your peas on the dehydrator in a single layer. Yeah, go ahead. He's going to show you. So these are the green ones. I think the yellow ones will be easier to see. So let me also grab those just to show you while he's got that. And I've got a lot of them. But here's the yellow ones, how they came out. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Okay, so I used this little thing here. Whoa, if I could. This little scraper. This is like one of my favorite tools. And I just spread it as best I could to make it single layer. Now, when they dehydrate, of course, they're going to shrink up. But when they were wet, it looked a lot, more full than it does here. Okay, and then so I put mine on one of the baking trays here. This is just a, let me show you. Hold on. I want to make sure you understand. So this tray comes with this piece. And I just went ahead and put it directly on this. Now, if you find that you have one and they're going to fall through, which mine are large enough so they don't, you can always add another silicone sheet, which I have here. I didn't need to use it, but I just put it on top, and that's definitely an option. And then you spread it out, right? And then I put my dehydrator on 115 degrees Fahrenheit, which I think is like what, 40? Did we look it up? 46 Celsius? Tell me if I'm wrong. For 8 to 12 hours. And I actually did about 12 hours. And And at that temperature, it still counts as being raw. Like, so if that's something that's important to you, you can still have this and have it raw. If you don't need them to be raw, you can go up to about 120 degrees Fahrenheit. And some people still think that's in the raw ballpark. Most people think 115 degrees or less is raw. So just to throw that out there, just to mention it. But you want to make sure that when they're done, they're completely dry. That is the whole goal here. If you don't have a dehydrator, don't worry. I'll share with you some other few easy options, right? So another option is you could put it in the oven, spread the peas on a tray like I have this baking tray, and I just have the silicone, a Silpat mat on it, or you could use parchment paper. And the same thing, you're just going to want to spread them out really nice, put them in the oven at the lowest temperature that your oven goes, leave the door cracked, slightly open, and let them dry for a few hours until they're completely hard. You definitely don't want any moisture. Another way you could do it, air dry, right? I know people that don't even have ovens. And well, frankly, we're not going to go there with my oven. But air drying is another way. So you just lay them out on the tray, right, in a warm, dry space for a day or two. And this works especially well if you live in a dry climate like we do. I don't know what would happen if you live in a wet climate. And so, you know, for what it's worth, it's just what I just know based on what we have here. Another one is the sun dry version. So, right, you can put them outside in the sun. Now, of course, you would cover them lightly with a mesh or some kind of screen and then let them dry out for a day or so, and just remember to bring them in at night. So there are ways to do it. I think the dehydrator is the easiest way. And the key with all of this, like I already said, make sure your peas are fully dry and hard before blending, because it won't turn into a good powder otherwise. And so if you look here, I'm going to get the yellow ones out because I think they're easier to see. But I want to show you how they snap really quickly when they're dry like this. And then you'll know what to look for too. Did you want to do an overhead, or do you want me to just do this?
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, well, and I don't even know if you could see this, but they're super dry. They're just, you know, I don't even know if I could do this. Oh yeah. Well, you can't really hear it, but it's dry. It just cracks. It just snaps right in place. Snappy snap. So, so that's how you know. And I mean, they sound and feel harder than this, and they look a little different too than when you originally find them in the pack. So that snap, that, you know, snap when you press it, that's exactly what you want. So they should be hard and brittle. You don't want any moisture at all, because if there is any moisture, your protein powder could become clumpy when you go to blend it. Okay, so how are we doing? Anybody in the chat? Anything you want? Okay. Oh, good. Apple 369 says, Jennifer, this is my process too. Awesome. Awesome. So you've done this before, and that's the way you've done it. And that's great to hear. I'm guessing that you used an Excalibur, or it doesn't have to be an Excalibur, but you used a dehydrator, I'm assuming. And that's probably great. Oh, I see plant-powered peddlers here in the house. Hey there, Janet. Glad to have you here. I see Core Scorpies here. Hello. Oh my gosh, this is so great. I'm so glad to have everyone here. So before we get started on blending, I just want to mention nutritionally, between the green and the yellow split peas, they're almost identical. And of course, when I share these protein numbers, it's an estimate, okay? It's an estimate. So, but just to give you an idea, the yellow split peas, 2 to 2.5 grams of protein per tablespoon. And here is the size of a tablespoon. So, you know, that's right there, okay? So you can add, you know, 3 or 4 scoops once we blend this into a powder, and then you'll have a nice amount of protein. With the green, it's the same. It's the same. The 2 to 2.5 grams of protein per tablespoon. Now, I'm going to get out our Vitamix. You can use whichever high-speed blender you have. You need a high-speed blender. You could use a coffee grinder or a spice grinder if you're making smaller batches. I'm going to use ours on the next thing, but I'm going to put 1 cup of the dried peas in my Vitamix. I have the dry mix container, and I'm just going to blend them for like, I don't know, 50 seconds. I'm going to put it on the little smoothie thing on here. So I already did some of the green ones ahead of time. And oh, Todd, did you want to do an overhead? He just ran away for a second. I just want to show you, this was the green one. I'm going to do some yellow right now. But look at how nice that powder came out. And I can, we're going to, look at that. It's really nice. Really, really nice. So, so let me go ahead. Oh, I'm using the 1 scooper. I'm going to go ahead and do a full cup. This is a half cup. I've got more, but I'm going to do half a cup and then another half a cup because I want a full 1 whole cup of these yellow split peas that have been dried and cleaned, just like we talked about already. Okay, hey, I did pretty good. And I've got more, so let me take the other tray out. And let's see, hold on. Do you want to share anything, Todd? You got anything going on?
Mona is curious, what brand of peas are you using?
Yeah, that's a great question. So these happen to be from our local natural grocer market. And I know a lot of people don't have natural grocer, but I would say if you can buy an organic brand that's not in the bulk bin, I would do that. And why do I say that? And, if you want to buy it in the bulk bin, do whatever makes you happy. But me personally, if I have a choice, I'd rather buy it in something that's sealed, especially because I'm not cooking these, I'm there. So I want them, I just feel better that way, I guess, but you could certainly do them however you want. I like to go with the organic, and there's a lot of wonderful brands that you could get. You can even order online as well. But this is what I have here today, Natural Grocer. So Sprouts might have some, I'm not sure, but whatever you do, I would encourage, if you can, to get the organic. So look at this. This looks like it's just going to be just the right amount. I'm just going to go ahead and put all of this in here. I don't think we have any use for saving any to compare anything. So there we go. Now we're going to do some action blending, right, you guys? And I'm going to put my guys on here. Todd, come on in. Say hello. You want to do a little dance party with me, babe?
Oh, sure. Who doesn't want to do a little dance party?
Who doesn't want to do a dance party? Here he is.
Hello.
Okay, so this is filled up to the 1 cup. It's perfect. It's ready to go. This is the dry mix container from Vitamix. I have it plugged in, so I'm not going to move it over there, but I am going to turn it on, and I am going to put this over. It's showing 50 seconds. We said 30 to 60. I did 50 seconds last time. It did this beautiful thing here. And so you guys, if you want to get up, stand up, hum a little hum, move a little body, do a little dance. I'm going to get my ears on. You're good not having ears. And we're going to do a little dance party. Here we go. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Come on. Woo! Baby. Oh, yeah. Okay. You want to do a little something? A little jive? A little jive? A little jive? A little jive? Oh, my God. Woo! Oh, okay.
What?
I got one with the kick, right? Oh. Woo!
10 seconds.
Woo! He is out. Oh my God. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So much fun. I know it probably doesn't sound like much when you're live because I think it mutes it, but hopefully you had a good time with us. All right. Now, this is it. You want them to be completely blended. I kind of am waiting for a second because if there's any smoke, sometimes the powder, it's not smoke, but sometimes the powder can like come up and get all in your face, and you don't want that. And then I like to just open it away from me just in case, and nothing happened here. Oh yeah, look at that. You see that? I don't know if you could see that. It's mysterious. Wow. Okay, check it out. You want to do an overhead, honey? Look at this. Look at this. Look. It's perfectly perfect. So there we go. Now, I can tell you that you can store it in a jar. We're going to talk about that. But for now, I'm just going to pour it in here so you can really see it. Oh my gosh, I'm making a mess. Hey, you want to do this, honey?
Do I want to make a mess?
Yeah, do you want to make a mess? We can use this little guy here. You pour that, and then, okay, so he's going to pour that in a jar.
I'm going to do it over here.
You're going to do it over here. Right here is great.
Yep.
If you can, and if it seems not good, that's okay. So you want them to be completely blended as much as possible. If you need to, you can pour the blended peas into a fine mesh colander, right? And then re-blend the larger pieces. But I don't believe that we have larger pieces. And if that's not really working out, you know, it's fine. We could pour it in a bowl or whatever. I just kind of wanted people to see it. But by the end of this, the goal is you want a smooth, powdery texture. And that's pretty much it, right? It's pretty simple, super clean, and it gives you all the protein as those expensive, high processed store-bought versions with all their added ingredients. So even some of the cleanest ones, you know, it's nice to make your own. So what is the difference between the yellow and the green split pea other than the color? Do you know, Todd?
No.
Okay. The yellow split pea will have a milder flavor and be like, it's going to be more neutral. Okay. And that's better if you're planning to use this in smoothies like Mona had mentioned she likes to do. The yellow split peas are also closer to what you might get from a store-bought pea protein in terms of flavor. The green split peas, which I just have here, and I'm happy to blend some up in front of you if you guys want, but if not, you know, here it is. They're going to have a stronger, earthier taste to them. So when you buy, another thing is when you buy pea protein isolates in a store, you're only getting the extracted protein, okay? This is not isolated protein like the store-bought powders, because this is the whole food version, right? So you're getting the fiber, you're getting the carbohydrates and the micronutrients and so on, right? So this simple plant-based option, it's also dairy-free, it's soy-free, it's gluten-free, it's nut-free, it's all those things except for split pea free, because it's not, because that's what it is. Okay, so I'll do a quick recap while he's doing a great job here and then move on to the next version. So you're going to want to clean them, soak them overnight, 1 cup of peas to 3 cups of water. Then you're going to want to rinse and drain, make sure they're drained very well. And then you're going to want to dehydrate 115 degrees for about 12 hours. I say 8 to 12, but I liked 12 hours. Blend it into the powder like we just did, and then sift if you need to for smoothness. And then you're ready to go, right? You can use in your smoothie or whatever. So how does that go? How are you doing?
I know how you feel about every last drop, so I'm trying to get every
You rock! You rock, babe! You rock!
piece
You rock,
of molecular pea here.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Wow, you did a really great job. He's got almost all of it.
I got skills.
You do have skills. I got skills. They're multiplying. I don't really think that's the song.
No, it's
but
not.
anyways, sorry, I had to do that. That was a natural thing that just occurred. So here is our protein powder. And this is just the pea protein, the yellow. What I like to do is take some, I mean, I'm not fancy here. I like to just take some tape and maybe I'll have you do this. And we just pull some off. And I like to label everything. So is this good?
Sure.
Good enough. And I just put it here. You can put it on the jar. And then Todd, you know, I love his writing. I'm going to show everyone your writing. He has like amazing writing. So oh, sorry, you wanted it somewhere else?
That's all right.
Usually he'll write what it is and we put the date, okay? And then that's ready to go. And as soon as he's done, I will show you that. So I'm just going to check the chat, see anything. Apple369, Todd, have you two ever tried a solar cooker? No, I don't even know what a solar cooker is.
You mean like the sun?
Like the sun? No, I don't know. Have we? You got to put the date on there, babe.
Okay.
You could put 3/26 for the year. I don't always put the actual day, but no, we haven't. We'll have to look into that, okay? A solar cooker? Oh, and then it says, whoops, Jennifer just mentioned it. I mentioned a solar cooker.
You were talking about
well, the sun
outside,
outside,
yes.
But if there's something else, then we don't have that other than, yes, we've got the big ball of fire outside. Okay, so check this out. Look at his writing. I just think it's a really good, clean writing. Anyways, I'm going to set this aside for now. We're going to make something with this later. And I also have the green one. And I just didn't know if we would have time to do both because I want to do so many other fun things. All right. The next thing is, let's see if there's anything else in the chat. No, we're good. Yeah, check sprouts. Mona says check sprouts. Yes. Okay, and Marilyn Dubin says, you both are so much fun. Well, we try, and we don't even try. I mean, I don't know. Are we fun? Are we fun?
I think we're fun.
Do you think we're fun?
And apparently Marilyn thinks we're fun.
Well, we do enjoy having a good time together. And it's mostly because we're spending this time with you guys. So thank you. All right. So now we're going to make a protein powder using raw pumpkin seeds, which I'm going to put right here. We're going to try to add some chia seeds, maybe some flaxseed and hemp seeds. Okay. There are some other things that we could add. There's some other things we could take away. I'm not going to use the Vitamix blender this time. I'm going to use our it's a coffee grinder, but I use it for spices. And the reason why is when you have this particular one, you want to blend them one at a time, okay? So we're going to use 1 cup of pumpkin seeds for their high protein base. And then we're also going to do a 1/2 cup of the chia seeds. That adds protein and helps thicken in your smoothies. Then we could add another 1/2 cup of hemp hearts, which is this one, which provides, a creaminess and also high protein. Now, you could change it up and do a cup of hemp hearts and a cup of pumpkin seeds. That would be good. And then, of course, if you want to stick with this recipe, 1/2 cup of flaxseed, which adds healthy fats and fiber, okay? So let's go ahead and do this together. Although I do want to mention the combination is going to give you about 1.5 to 1.6 grams of protein per tablespoon. Again, this is the tablespoon size. It's not as concentrated. It's not as concentrated protein powder as you get with the split peas. It's more of a whole food nourishment blend with healthy fats and fiber and minerals in addition to the more moderate amounts of protein, right? Did you want to?
You have a question.
Okay, read it, babe.
I do not have a dry mix container for my Vitamix. Can I use my large container?
I think that it's really worth giving it a try. But I would say, depending on your large container, I just want to show you my large container is this one where it's a really wide base. So the dry mix container is a much smaller base. So I don't have to put as much in because it'll, if I pour that same amount in and it's like flattens out, you know what I mean? Versus this one, it might be higher and it'll blend better. But as long as it's covered, so that you have not just a very thin amount covering the bottom, it should work. The blades are a little bit different. If you want to do an overhead, maybe we can, I don't know if you could see the difference in the two blades. If you could tell, like this blade is probably what you have there. And it's like the four pointy, and they're not as pointed up. And we can show the other view in a minute. And this one, it's got like two flatter edges and then two pointy. And when you can go back to the regular camera. These are pointed up. The blades are pointed more up, and these blades are kind of slanted. They're not as high. So give it a try. Let me know how it works. I haven't done that, but I don't see why not, as long as you have enough in here. So maybe double the batch and then you can freeze some or something like that. I hope that was helpful. And you can always, I'm trying to remember how much those were. Gosh, we bought our dry mix container years ago, and I think at the time it was like $99. Not sure. But Vitamix, we have links for Vitamix, don't we?
We do.
Yeah. So do you want to add that to the show notes?
I will.
Okay. So then maybe you can look at that as well. Thank you so much for the question. Okay. So back to this. I want to say I went ahead and ground some of the pumpkin seeds. I put pumpkin seeds in here so I would remember which one this was. So let me take those out. And you can see, do you want to show? You can see this is kind of a powder, but what I noticed, and we're going to do it together, is that it feels wet. It doesn't feel as dry as the other ones. And so we have raw sunflower seeds. Pumpkin seeds. We have raw pumpkin seeds, and they're moist, I mean, they feel moist. And so what I wish I had done, and what I would say going forward, is if you can, dry these out too. Now, I don't think you have to soak them, but I would rinse them really well, lay them out if you can on the dehydrator, and dry them again. And I think the powder will give you a better, less moisture in it kind of blend. Okay, so for now, let's do this. And like if it doesn't fit the whole cup at once, well, you can do a little bit at a time. Now, you can just do this, and that's good. It's not going to fit it all. So that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. Okay. And do you guys use a coffee grinder or this kind of a thing here when you blend stuff up like this, or spices? I'd love to know that. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, let's get up and move. Come on, everyone, come on. We got y'all going on. Oh my gosh, okay. So the thing with this is you wanna make sure that there's no clumps. Look I didn't have it going for very long. And here we have a really nice thin blend. I'm gonna go ahead and take this bowl. This I didn't measure, so I'm just gonna put that aside. And we're just gonna keep going. I'm gonna dump this out. That was really good. That was really good. Now, it feels a little, like I said, it feels a little wet. And so, I probably should not put a fork or a spoon in there while it's plugged in. Learn from that. Unplug your appliances before you start messing with things like I did. And I just want to get as much out as I can. And I feel like it wouldn't stick as much if it was drier, but it's really good. So you can see, look at this. I mean, it's just really a nice powder, and that's the idea. I do feel moisture in it though. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. Let's see if I can get the rest in here and do, nope, it's gonna make me do 3, but that's okay, that's okay. So let's blend a little bit more. I wanna know, does anybody say if they have this or if they do this? I got ooh, ooh, yeah. Ooh, ooh. Oh, yeah. Okay, you're going to want to grind each of these into a powder, like I said, and we wanted to grind them separately. We kind of talked about that. It also helps to avoid uneven grinding, right? Because some seeds and different things can turn into butters a lot quicker or faster. So we, of course, started with the pumpkin seeds, and that's what we're going to do here. Okay, and let's do the last little bit. There we go. Last one, pumpkin seeds. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'd say that's done, and pour it in here, and we're good to go. So, goodness. Again, I just want to make sure that this is all empty in here. All right. So this can also just be on its own, ready to go. This is pumpkin, and it's ready to go. All right. But what we're going to do is we're going to grind up some chia seeds as well. Jill says, I have one of those coffee grinders for spices. Yeah, so you can use this as well. Now, I didn't try, no, that's not true. I did try the split pea in this, and it didn't really work as well as I had hoped, but it could have been because I didn't put a lot in there. So you could try it and let me know. I found that some of it got really, really ground up, and then there were some pieces that didn't. So that's why I thought that the dry mix container was the best. But if you have more, you might find that it works just fine. Now, what I'm gonna do is do a 1/2 cup of chia seeds. And I did the pumpkin because I think that's the driest, even though it wasn't dry. This probably is. And then I'm gonna do this, the chia seeds. Now, we have white chia seeds, dark chia seeds. I think it doesn't matter, but I'm gonna go ahead and dump this in, see if I can do it all in one. Yes, look at that. Give me a ooh, ooh. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and grind this up. Here we go. Oh yeah, get up, stretch, move, dance, just feel good. Okay, Oh my gosh, and there we go. So we ground up the chia seeds, and I kind of think what I'm gonna do is move this over, and then I'm gonna just kind of go and let this come out here. And look, that's nice and ground up. So I'm gonna dump that over here. Nice. Now, if this looks like a lot, which it is, you can certainly cut the recipe in half. I'm gonna unplug before I stick my spoon in here. I'm sure it would be fine even if I didn't, but you know, wanna be safe. But the thing is, you can, make a large portion, and then you can freeze it and have it in portions. I'm going to talk about all of that and how long it lasts in the refrigerator and everything in a little bit. The next thing I would do, if I'm going to do it, would be the flaxseed. I'm sorry, no. Well, it doesn't really matter. The hemp hearts, they're wet too. So I haven't ground the hemp hearts. Has anyone ground the hemp hearts before? I'm going to try this because I think they're really good. They've got high amounts of protein, 10 grams in 3 tablespoons. So they're a really good thing to add to this. And so we're going to try it. I know it's wet. I wonder if you could dry these. I know you could do the pumpkin, but I only dried, as you saw, the split pea. And wow, look at that. Okay, so 1/2 cup seems to fit in here beautifully so far with the hemp and with the chia. I'm going to close the lid so we don't do anything. Do you want to come and measure the flaxseed while I grind these up, sweetheart?
Sure.
Okay, so you're going to do a half a cup of flaxseed, and I'm going to grind this. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Uh-huh.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, it doesn't even take that long. So this is exactly my point. You don't want to grind them together because this one is going to turn into like a paste because it doesn't need as much. And that's why it's so important to grind each one of these separately because they're different in terms of moisture. And wow, look at that. Well, I'm going to let you see because I'm going to pour it over here. Oh, yeah. See, and it is wet, I think. But look at that. That looks beautiful. Hey, thanks, honey.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So that's my concern was that some of these are a little moist, but I think if you dehydrate them either ahead of time, or maybe you could even do the powder, dehydrate the powder at this point. I think I would do it ahead of time. I think it's just nice. And then our last piece of this is the flax. Okay, now, well, wait a second. Okay, well, I was going to say once they're all ground up, but we still have one. And I want to talk about the flax because, you know, I worry about like, oh, it's best to grind the flax as you go, you know, and we're doing it ahead of time. So I do know that it's best if you grind it ahead of time. If you don't grind it ahead of time, that's why I like to buy the whole flax seed and grind it myself when I'm ready. You could certainly grind it as you need it and add to it, but you don't have to. I just wanted to mention that because for nutritional value, you'll get the most out of it being fresh. Okay? Hopefully that made sense. I kind of stumbled there for a second, but I'm back. Okay, here we go. Thank you for measuring it. You did a wonderful job. It all fit. I just gotta dance. Move. Oh my God, and that's it. It just really looks ground up already. So we're done. So I have everything in this bowl. I'm gonna put this last piece in here. Look at how beautiful this looks. Do you want to show them? I mean, it really did. Look at everything ground up so nicely. And you can see that, you know, some of it took a little longer than others. And here we go. We have all of this. Oh my gosh, it's great. Now, another thing is freezing it, I think can help with keeping things intact, but I'm going to just move that aside for a second. And here we go. All right, here it is. So now that we have it all ground up together, you can just simply mix all of these ground seeds and store it in a jar. And then you can use it as you desire, right? So you can store it in the refrigerator to keep the freshness, I would say, for up to a month. Do you want to come and mix this, honey?
Sure.
Okay. Or you can freeze it, I would say, I would do up to a year. And then you can use 2 to 4 tablespoons in smoothies or oatmeal, or add, and that will add about 7 to 13 grams of protein, right? So if you want a little more, add a little more. You can also freeze the protein powder, like I said, for I would say up to a year. But, you know, I stretch things a little bit. And you can also, you know, divide it up. But when you freeze this, it's not going to freeze. It's okay, sweetheart. He's doing a little spilly spill, and he knows. I don't want to waste.
I didn't do it.
That's okay. It's just us, so I can put it back in there. And this is clean surface. So I mentioned already that freshly ground flax is better than the pre-ground for nutritional value. That's what I believe. That's why I told you that I buy it already, you know, in its whole form. But if you wanted to add the flax as you go, you could, right? You could even skip the flax. And if you feel like the hemp is too creamy, you could skip that. But I wouldn't, because like I said, the hemp offers so much in terms of protein. So here's some other things you can do. You don't have to do it, but if you want to dial it up a little bit and you want to flavor it, I don't think I would flavor it because I want to use it and whatever is that flavor, so I have more versatility in flavor. But if you want to, like, say, like the chocolatey flavor, right? You could add some cacao powder, which we have over there. Good, nice, good. You could even do cinnamon. I have some cinnamon over here. Or you can add, different kinds of powder, like the maca powder, if you like, which I don't have any right now, for energy. And it kind of gives it like this, I think, like this malt kind of flavor. We were looking, did you ever find the beet powder?
I did not find the beet powder.
I was looking for beet powder. We have beet powder.
I'm sure.
And so that's another thing. You could add beet powder, and that would be good for like a natural pre-workout endurance kind of thing.
It'll also add a ton of color to whatever you're mixing it in, right?
Yes, definitely, definitely. So that's another thing. You can divide this into sections and add a little if you want, like a little, oh, I want cinnamon, but I don't want it with beets, so maybe I'll do this in quarters and have 4 different jars. I mean, that's what's so great about it. This is our base, right? And then the last thing that I would say that you could do you want to hold up the oats? You could blend up. I would use the dry mix container. You could try the regular one. And I would make a oat flour, and I would add a cup of that. You can add it, and it's like a complex carbohydrate you can add to it. You don't have to do that. The point is you have lots of options here. So anyways, this is ready to go. We showed about all the different jars. We showed how we do that. And I guess if there are no questions, we can move on to making a recipe or two and get tasting. What do you think, honey? Okay, let's start with a tropical, how about a tropical protein smoothie?
Let's do that.
Okay, so I will need your help.
Okay.
Can you get out in that freezer the frozen mango? We're going to do this. We're going to do bananas, mango. We'll use the yellow pea powder for this, wherever we put that. Okay, we'll use this one next. Awesome, awesome. Let's get this out. And I'm going to get the banana, and we're going to add the frozen bananas. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is If you don't have frozen bananas, you can use regular bananas, but then you're going to want to add ice or something. I love frozen fruit because it gives it a real milkshakey, creamy.
Nice and cold and thick.
Now, how do you like yours? Not
as like spoon thick, but like straw thick.
Like straw thick. Got that, guys?
Straw thick.
And how
smooth enough to move through a straw, but not like liquid.
And how do I like mine?
Spoon, like you can stand a spoon in it.
I really do.
You do.
So go ahead and look at these bananas. I mean, these bananas look like they've been around, and we're gonna really enjoy them.
Yes.
Do you want to help with this, or do you
Sure.
want to hold the bag, or you want to?
Whatever you would like me to do.
So I'm gonna put in about 2 bananas. Now this is a small one, so I would say 2 ripe frozen bananas if they're large, and if they're small, I would even say 3. Oh my gosh. And I just like to kind of break this apart a little bit. And I'm going to use that one in the next one. So I'm kind of eyeballing it. It doesn't have to be exact. That might be a little bit more. Wow, that's cold. So let me rinse my hands. That can go back in the freezer. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have to take a side note for a minute and share something really fun. We were in Las Vegas, okay? And we were there for our niece's 21st birthday party. And my sister-in-law, Todd's sister.
My beloved sister.
Yes. Gave Todd a gift.
Oh, geez.
I want to share the gift.
We're sharing this?
I think it's great. So this is a sponge holder. Now I don't really have a regular sponge. I use these, but you could put a sponge in, especially that kind of sponge. What's that happy
The
face?
scrub daddy.
She does the scrub daddy. I just use these. But this little thing sits on your counter. I hope you could see it.
I hope you can't.
And when you put your sponge in here, it's got little legs. The extra water comes out his penis. Yes, yes. It's really cute.
We just went there.
I did. I just went there. So if you do the overhead camera, I can give them
Oh, you
another
want to do
angle.
an overhead?
Come
Okay,
on,
you really
this
want to
is
do this?
cute. We were like, wow. And I was saying, she just thought it would be kind of a fun thing. And there it is. You can see, let me see, you can see it. Oh my goodness. And you know what's interesting? How this was made. This was made in one of those 3D printers. I kid you not. So anyways, hopefully you were okay with that. I thought it was fun and I just wanted to share. And you just have the legs dangling over the sink, you know, and so that it goes into the sink, the water. Oh my gosh, very cute. All right, back to this. We're going to do mango chunks. Go ahead and we're going to do about a cup of frozen mango. So go ahead. Okay. Yeah, he's doing it. He's doing it his way. Good job, honey. I am so proud of you.
We're the only ones eating it.
That's true. That's true. And
if you have company over or you share food with people that don't like your hands, don't use your hands.
If we're having people over, we do things a little bit differently. At least I do, but that's good. Okay, so we can put the mango away back in the freezer.
Yeah,
and we just have this frozen mango that we buy. It's organic. It's already ready to go. You could use fresh, but this is really nice, and we get it at our local Costco. Okay, we're going to do 1 to 1.5 cups of unsweetened soy milk for this one. We're going to use different milk for the other one. And so let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to do 1 cup.
Jill says I'm guessing the sponge thing is cute. We'll have to send her one.
I thought it was. That's why I wanted to share it with you guys. How adorable. I'm going to just start with 1 cup. It says 1 to 1.5. I feel like maybe I'll just do like 1 1/4.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So the next thing is one of the most important things.
The protein powder?
Yes, the protein powder.
Look at that. I've been watching.
Okay, so we're going to use the yellow pea protein powder for this. Before we put it in here, I would like to ask if you'll taste it.
Taste the powder?
Yeah,
just by itself?
Yeah, just here. I'll get a little spoon just to share, you know, the.
What is that, like a baby spoon?
No, this is like a cute little thing with roses on it. Just put a hand out and I'll sprinkle just a little bit, right?
What's happening here?
Isn't that okay?
Okay.
Yeah, just like a little taste.
Okay.
And how does that taste?
Tastes like dry peas.
Tastes like dry peas. Now, I meant to do this earlier. Try the green one.
Okay.
Just a tiny bit.
Tastes like dry peas.
So do they taste different like I thought? This is more earthy? Or?
It is a little bit more earthy.
Okay, so.
Than the yellow, for sure.
And so that's another reason that I wanted to use the yellow one because we've got this nice fruit here. So I'm going to go ahead and do 3 tablespoons of our protein powder.
And I'm washing my hands for those of you in the comments that are complaining about how I used my hands on the food.
2. No, it's all good, honey. 3. Okay, we've got 3 tablespoons. You could do 4. I want to do 3. I think that's enough. And the last thing we're going to add is vanilla bean powder. I love vanilla. I think it adds all kinds of delicious flavor.
Absolutely.
And so you could do a 1/2 teaspoon. We could measure it. I normally just kind of eye it, but I'll do a 1/2 teaspoon, you know, because we like it a lot. If that seems like too much for you, you can cut it in half. If you don't have vanilla bean powder, I highly recommend you treat yourself and get some, but you could use extract. And this is ready to go. And I think that this is going to be sweet enough for us, but we can always add a date or 2 if you want it for extra sweetness. So you want to go ahead and put the lid on this? We're going to put the lid on this, babe? over there. Yeah. Thank you. So we're adding everything into the high-speed blender. We're going to blend until it's smooth. If this is too thick for you, what are we going to do to change it?
Add liquid.
What kind of liquid?
Plant milk.
Well, we could add the soy milk a little bit more. Or if you you don't want any more, maybe you only wanted a cup and you want a little more, go ahead and add
Water.
water. And then you're going to pour it and we're going to enjoy it immediately. So let's get, I'm going to get my ears on. We're going to get our dance party on. Although if this might need a little extra help. So you want to do that while I dance, or you want to dance while I do that?
I'll do this while you dance.
Okay. All right, here we go. Keep going. Should we add a little more
I think
liquid?
we should.
Okay, a little more liquid. I'm screaming. I'm sorry.
I don't know why.
Huh?
I don't know why.
You don't know why?
You're screaming.
Oh. I know. It just looks like it might need just a tad more. Okay, there we go. Go for it, babe. Go for it.
Going for
Everybody, get up on your feet. Let's jam. Sing your favorite song. Oh, yeah. Oh, oh. Here we go. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
There, that's the thing.
All right, I think that's good, honey.
All right.
Okay. You gonna taste it?
I am.
Okay, I'm gonna get us some. Ooh, I'm gonna get us
There's
some.
a lot happening right here.
I'm gonna get us some drinks here to try. Ooh,
Oh.
should I get little ones? You already tasted it, but
Not really. It wasn't official.
it wasn't official. Okay, and this is it, you guys. So let's just taste it and see how we like it. Of course, we might drink this whole thing. You know, this is like a serving. I mean, for me, I would drink this whole thing. But so you can double it or whatever, and just know that this entire container had the 3 tablespoons of the protein powder that we made. I'm so proud of us. We did a good job. And the color is nice. You know, if you use the green one, the color would be dark. I'd recommend not doing that. Boy, this is going to be yummy. And I'm going to end up putting this in another cup because we're going to, it's okay, right here. Right here. Okay, so we're just, see, he likes it thinner. So what I would do is add a little, this is what I do for, you do for him. I add a little water.
Wow, that's a lot of water.
You never know. And I just mix it right in his glass, and it becomes perfect for him. So if you like it thinner like this, just add a little more liquid. If you like it thick like me, you can leave it the way it is. See? See? You would never know.
It's like magic.
Yeah, and if you want more, you can do that.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to get a spoon, and here we go. Ready? Cheers.
Cheers. It's really good.
It is really good. Now I can taste the protein powder.
I can taste it.
So you can taste it a little bit.
But it's not like over the top.
No, it's really good. Now, if you wanted to mask that, maybe add the date and see what happens. But I really feel like I don't need to.
I'm not bothered by it.
You're not, but you can taste it. Well, I'm also looking for it.
Right.
Okay.
Because I know it's there.
Okay. That is great. Mona says, you did a fantastic job. Okay, so do we have time to do one more drink?
Sure.
We are at 3. Okay, let's do one more.
Everybody good if we do another one?
we'll do the last drink and then we'll call it a day. I'm going to just scoop this here because we want to use this Vitamix. And the next one that we're going to do is going to be a chocolate dream protein smoothie. All right.
Sounds dreamy.
Sounds dreamy. And you can, there's always flexibility, but this, I just love this.
I'm getting a little freezer head right now.
Okay, well, don't drink it fast. Oh my God. Normally I would put this whole thing in like one of those ball jars. I really like it with a straw, but because I made separate, and we just have a little here, I'm pouring it in there. All right. And when you're done, would you mind rinsing that out? I'm going to move this aside just temporarily. Actually, I think I'll put this one in the fridge. Maybe our son will want to enjoy some of that. All right. So then, I know what I want to do is move this in here. And I'm going to bring a different milk out. So I made homemade almond milk in my Nama M1 the other day, but you could use any store-bought plant milk. I just wanted to mix it up. So we use soy in the first one. I'm using almond in the next one, okay? And as soon as he gets that, we're going to start again with 2 frozen bananas. Very overripe gives you the sweetness if you're looking. And I like very overripe because I'm not adding anything to sweeten it. Although we did talk about the option of always adding dates, which are great. If you're going to add dates, make sure they're really soft. If they're not, soak them in a little water for a few minutes and they will soften right up and then they'll blend really well in here. So I'm going to get some bananas and, oh, I've got these bananas. Let's do these bananas.
Okay.
These are a little bit, these are frozen too. Okay, so can you get 1 cup of the almond milk? Go ahead and pour it in here. Here, sweetie.
Oh, you want to just use that cup?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is so frozen. Tell them what you're doing.
Pouring almond milk
Okay.
into the 1 cuppy thing.
Okay, good. Go ahead and pour it in there. And with these, I don't really
Balancing out.
do it in any order.
Do not spill. And pour.
Okay, now we might end up doing another 1/2 cup, but we're going to start with a cup.
1/2 cup.
Yep, I'm going to go ahead and, oh my God, these are so frozen. I'm going to just try to break these a little bit.
Okay. Can I help?
Yeah. Yeah, babe. Yeah. Okay. Try to break the big chunks because that'll be better. Okay. And then we're going to do, okay, so we've got the 2 frozen bananas. We've got the almond milk. We're going to do the protein powder. We're going to use this one this time. And this is the hemp. This is the pumpkin seed, hemp, flax, chia mixture. Okay. And we're going to do 3 tablespoons of this. 3 tablespoons. 1. You could do up to 4, but I'm going to do 3. Feel like I just want to. Whoops. Okay. That's 2 and 1 more. And this will give it a different flavor, of course, because it's a different kind.
I'm curious. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So let me ask you to, let's see. When you get it, okay, go ahead and finish drinking your beautiful drink there. You're enjoying so much. I'm glad because that means you really like it. Otherwise, he'd be like, oh, that was really good.
That was great. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do vanilla bean powder. You don't have to do vanilla bean powder because we're going to do the cacao powder, but I like it, so I'm putting it in here. And I'm also going to do the cacao powder. Now, I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of cacao powder. If it doesn't seem like chocolatey enough for you, you can add more. So it's very flexible and versatile. So I'm using 1 tablespoon of that. And then we're going to do the vanilla bean powder, which is right over here. And we're going to do 1/2 teaspoon again of this. And that's really it. Now, if you're a chocolate peanut butter fan, you could use that right there. I'm going to do this. Say what that is.
Naked PB.
And it is basically peanut butter powder. So it doesn't have the fat, and it's got 8 grams of protein. It says 0 sugar, 5 carbs, it's 60 calories. And it lists all the amino acid profile. And anyways, so this is something that you could add. Do you want to add this or no? Straight chocolate, it's up to you. I don't know. He's not really a big peanut butter fan, but it's up to you.
We can. Go for it.
Really? Oh, I'm surprised. Okay, so if you use this, I'm going to do a tablespoon. I think this is a tablespoon scoop. Is that what it says? One scoop?
Looks like it would be.
Yeah, okay, I'll just do a scoop. All right, now, if you're someone that's looking to put on weight, which there are people that are, you could add regular peanut butter or nut butter or almond butter. You could do that to this. But right now, today, I am not trying to do that. So I'm going to go with this. You want to go ahead and mix this up? I feel like this is going to need more liquid already.
Yep.
So let's just go ahead and add it while we can. And this is the last one, you guys. That's it. So again, if you wanted to add some dates, you could do that. You could always add dates, but whoops. Okay. So here you go.
Okay.
And you're going to use your stick. I'm going to, oh, wait, let me get my eyes. My eyes. These are not my eyes. My eyes are on. Here are my ears. My ears. And we are going to go. You got to push it. Yeah. oh. Ba, 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 ba. And I was just singing to myself. Okay. Woo! Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
So that one looks a little more liquidy.
It does indeed.
And I think you're happy about that.
I am.
So I'm going to use these. We have all kinds of glasses and cups that we're using.
I cleaned my little one.
Oh, okay. We can pour it in your little one. Mine still has stuff. See, so if you wanted it thicker, then you could do less. I just went ahead and assumed that it would be thicker, but it wasn't. All right, here we go. Cheers.
To the chocolate
Cheers to everybody.
That's pretty good too.
I like it with the peanut butter powder.
I do. I'm not a huge peanut butter guy.
It's not overpowering.
But it's really good.
Do you think there's enough cacao powder in here? Do you really get a strong chocolate?
I get some chocolate. I mean, you can always throw more in, but this is really good.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is great if you're into chocolate. And the other one is great if you're into like smooth fruits, smoothies that are fruitier.
That's super good.
You love it?
I do love it.
Do you have a favorite?
This one.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so how would you rate the other one then?
The other one was really good too. With the addition of the chocolate and peanut butter, this one is a whole
takes it over the edge.
Different level. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So you can see how easy it is to make your own pea protein powder and seed protein powder. They're both clean without added salt, no sugar, no oil, or any other ingredients than what we just shared. And as far as protein and nutrient content goes, the split peas, right, the yellow or green, are the high protein per calorie, high fiber, especially soluble fiber, which is great. They're good minerals like iron and potassium and magnesium, very low fat. So they're more like a lean protein plus a fiber plus minerals kind of thing. And then the seed blend that we did, the pumpkin, hemp, flax, chia, that's a moderate protein, right? High healthy fats like omega-3s, omega-6s. You want more omega-3s though. And good fiber, rich in minerals like zinc, magnesium, and so on. So they're more healthy fats and minerals and moderate protein. And so I just want to say thank you so much for being here with us today. I always love hanging out with you guys and trying new things that can inspire and promote better health wherever you are on your health journey. So I just want to check and see if there's any last questions before we go, before we do our end slate, huh, Todd? I don't see any, so I'm just going to say, don't forget to eat your greens, everyone. And as I always say, give plants a chance. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.